Hello, I am Blizzard KB, and this is a Gigaminx. This version is the Cube4You mass-produced version of the Gigaminx puzzle. I previously made a set of videos showing how to assemble it, and this is the finished product. It is assembled and it's stickered. First of all, it's a pretty monumental achievement by Cube4You to actually put out a mass-produced Gigaminx. I don't think many people in the Twisty Puzzle community thought that there would actually be something like this available for people to just buy in a store without spending hundreds and hundreds of dollars. I think the last one sold for, that last handmade one sold for about $700, and this is not $700. Let's get that straight right now. The color scheme that got used for this puzzle is the same that is used on a tiled Megaminx that I have over here. I'll bring it into the picture. It has the same kind of color scheme, as you can see at the top and the bottom. Take that out now. There isn't really much to say about this puzzle except for the turning. When you assemble this puzzle, at least when I assembled it with the screws that were given to me in the puzzle ended up feeling tight. Oh, wow. Okay. And I guess that's an example of the tightness right there, because as you can see, the screw and spring came off the puzzle so hard that it blew through the cap. It blew it completely off like a mini puzzle volcano. Let me get a screwdriver and I'm going to put that back in. Talk about this puzzle a little bit more. I'm going to stick this back in and screw it in. But this problem that you just saw illustrates what I was about to say, which is that the puzzle screws are probably too short the way they're given. Cube4You has acknowledged this problem, and they've started selling some longer screws that you can buy. If you bought the DIY kit, you can also buy some longer screws and see if it works out for you. Chances are it will work out a little better for you, and I'll show you why. I'm about to try this side out, see if it'll pop again. Hopefully not. Okay, and I'm going to put the top back on. Hopefully it won't pop again during the video. But the issue is the tightness of the sides, and it's probably because the screws are too short. Putting in longer screws has been reported by a couple of people as making the puzzle easier to turn, and when they lube it as well, some people have reported that they can finger trick with this. Just turn one side at a time and all of that. In all actuality, I'm probably going to have to take this Gigaminx apart again and order the new screws, the new longer screws from Cube4You, and when they come in, just replace it from the beginning and then just rebuild it. Because two-layer turns are fine. Two-layer turns, if you want to turn both sides of one of the puzzles, it's not much of a problem. It moves fine. The problem comes when you try and turn one side. As you can see, I was just in the middle of turning the puzzle, and already this piece is in danger of popping out of the puzzle entirely. In order to even move the pieces on a one-layer turn properly, what I have to do is anchor these pieces with my right thumb while I turn with my entire left hand. And I turn it one side at a time, which can work. And I was so excited to get this Gigaminx together that I started trying to do that. But really, it's going to be a drag if you're trying to do any kind of a solve on this puzzle. You're going to really want to spend some time adjusting the tension by adjusting the screws in it, and maybe replacing the screws with some longer screws. There have actually been one or two people also that reported that even when they used the longer screws, the puzzle became too loose. No matter how hard they tightened the sides, the puzzle still became too loose and the pieces wouldn't hold together that well. So that's something that you need to think about as well. But the screws themselves, they're not expensive. And if you've already spent on a Gigaminx, you probably want to spend the extra, $1 or so to get the screws. This is what the black Gigaminx looks like. Here I have the white Gigaminx as well. The first part was a bit of a disappointment because no matter which Gigaminx you get, the side with the label on it, the white side only comes, the side with the label on it, the Cube4You label, it only comes in white, no matter whether you order a black puzzle or a white puzzle. And in general, people try and stay away from putting white stickers on a white side because it doesn't show up anywhere near as well. But that's the only thing they offered. So I assume the only option that you would have is go to Cubesmith and replace this side with a black set of stickers. But at this point, that seems to be the only option. This puzzle used the same short screws that are given with the puzzle, and it experiences some of the same problems with turning. 2-layer turns are fine, they're solid. But when you try and do a 1-layer turn, as you can see, I'm anchoring my thumb on the side of the puzzle, and even then, you can see I'm having a bit of trouble turning that side. And it definitely feels in danger of falling apart at times. So I'm going to, in all likelihood, at some point in the future, order those longer screws and then see if that makes a difference on the puzzle. If you have a sharp eye, you'll also know that there is a stickering problem on the white cube that I made. I made a mistake when I was stickering it, and I ended up putting the dark yellow side and the light yellow side together on the same side. There are 2 sides that I'm going to have to replace on this as far as stickers go, scrape them off, and then get the real stickers on. But thankfully, the Gigaminx comes with 2 sets of stickers, so I don't have to worry too much about ordering another set. There's another set that's sitting by that I can just use and replace those stickers, and then this piece will be ready to not really solve, but get taken apart again and get the longer screws in, so it won't even be ready then. But in any case, that's the puzzle. As I mentioned parenthetically, I made a set of videos on how to assemble the puzzle. I think that's going to be the quickest way to assemble it. It's a really, really long set of videos, really long. And for your but it explains everything about the Gigaminx in pretty exhaustive detail. If you feel that if it's going on too long, feel free to fast forward through it to get to the sections that you want to. I'm going to be putting some extra comments on that Gigaminx assembly set of videos to make it easier to scroll through to the parts that you might want to see. Again, I am Blizzard KB, and this is the Gigaminx puzzle from Cube4You, the DIY kits, the black and the white.